A very warm welcome to all of you for the Sociology Weekend Batch. See, the objective of this class is that we are going to cover the entire sociology in just the weekends. Weekend batch is a batch which will be normally opted by three types of people. One who is working, okay, they'll be free only during the weekend. So, for the working candidates. Number two, for those people who are so hectic with their GS preparation in the weekdays, they would prefer to study in the weekend. And thirdly, for the college goers. Okay, so for these three types of students only, we have launched this sociology weekend batch. Since I think since the last 10 years, we have this weekend sociology batch. Now, the demand of this weekend sociology batches that though we have classes only on Saturdays and Sundays, you should not think that we should study only on Saturday, Sunday. Classes will be held on Saturdays and Sundays. But the remaining days during the weekdays, you should prepare the topics thoroughly. Those we have already covered in the Saturday, Sunday. So, Saturday, Sunday classes will be done. From next Monday to Friday, you'll be doing these two classes very thoroughly. How to prepare thoroughly? There are two important things which you have to do to prepare the subject thoroughly. One, you should follow the class lecture notes. You should sincerely take the class lecture notes, because the class lecture notes will be making sociology very simple. The sociology is a subject which has been imported from France, Europe. The subject was born in Western society called European society. And we have imported this subject. It is not an indigenous subject. It has been an imported subject. Okay. So the subject has a type of language which will be difficult for students to understand if you go and study the textbooks. The hardcore textbooks are there, no? Academic textbooks are there. If you go to any university, you go to any college, go to sociology department, they'll have some tens of thousands of books. And if you pick up one book and start reading, you will not understand what they are telling, because the language is the language of the Western people. Okay. Little bit, it will be very abstract. We are not used to that language. So what we do in the class lecture is making that language very simple, very lucid. Common man sociology will be taught in the class. So we are converting the academic sociology, which is quite difficult to understand, into a very realistic sociology, practical sociology, sociology which we have in the everyday life. Okay, so that conversion is happening, which is why class lectures are very, very important. And the laymanish example which I will be giving to you, there are some layman examples which are given in the class centering around you, centering around me, like storytelling, is to make the subject understandable. There are some layman's example which you can't write in the UPSC examination, because UPSC is evaluating you quite formally. But we will be giving so much of informal, so much of layman type of example, so much of you and me type of examples to make the subject very lucid, understandable, so simplified. Okay, so this is about the class lectures. In the class lectures, we also will give some portions which may be in the form of dictations, which means that these portions which are dictated in the class are not there in the two books which I will be giving to you. One for paper 1, another for paper 2. Okay, only you need to do on these two books. You need not buy any other books. When some students used to ask me in the earlier days, my sociology teaching is for the last 19 years. Okay, in the 20th year I'm in. In these many years, in the initial days when I told the students not to buy any book for sociology, just follow the class lectures, they have the mindset. Aspirants will have this mindset. That mindset is collecting materials. Material collection is a mindset. Whether they study it or they don't study, that is a different question. But they will collect the materials. Many students, they come to become the collector of the district. Ultimately, they end up becoming collector of the materials. So, coming to become district collector, ending as a material collector. And this is what is the uh, problem with many students. They think that if I have so many materials, then my preparation is good. No, you have to have one material and revise the material 10 times rather than reading 10 different materials once. So even if you take NCERT book today, you read it 10 times, you read 11th time, you'll get a new meaning. You read 12th time, you'll get another new meaning. Same book, if you read again and again, you will get different types of meanings. And this is what the demand of the examination. So let us read one book 10 times rather than 10 books once. So two books I'll be giving, one for paper 1, another for paper 2. That is about the material demand of this UPSC. Okay, so class lecture notes, two books I'll be giving. The third thing is what is the test series which will be giving you. The phase 1 test series is integrated with your course itself. Since you have enrolled for the course, you will be given some 12 tests. Each test I will be doing 9 questions. So 12 tests, 9 questions, 108 questions. Through these 108 questions, the entire sociology paper 1 and paper 2 will be holistically covered. Bare minimal, if you read 108 question answers, you will be able to have a safe landing in UPSC sociology. If you wanted to cross 270, 280 and all, then you have to separately enroll for another phase 2 test series, which we'll be conducting after the prelims examination is over. So where we'll be conducting some 12 tests. And in each test, I'll be giving here in the phase 1 only 9 tests. In phase 2, like UPSC, 19 questions will be given. Phase 1, 9 questions. Phase 2, 19 questions will be given. So 19 into 12, 228 questions. Phase 1, 108 questions. Phase 2, 228 questions. Put together 336 questions you have. 336 questions if you have. By that 336, through that 336, you would have revised the entire syllabus 4 times. Because phase 1, revision 1. Phase 2, 3 revisions. Part test will be there, then full test will be there, then again full test will be there. Test number 1 to 8 will be portions wise test, unit wise test. 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, these 4 tests will be full length test, paper 1, paper 2. 9th test is paper 1, full test. 10th test is paper 2, full test. 11th, 12th test will be like mock test, UPSC simulated mock test. Morning 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, students will write paper 1. Afternoon 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock, they'll write paper 2, and that is to mimic the UPSC examination condition. Because 2 papers, if you write on the same day, that is what is the demand of the UPSC, that you should practice. Practice makes you perfect. So this is the third layer called as test series. And the fourth layer is sociology current affairs. We have monthly magazine called as Social Fact, only 32 pages. So how to connect current affairs with sociology, that will be taught to you in the sociology current affairs classes as well as the materials. So we therefore have a 4-layered sociology course. Layer 1, in-depth class lectures, which will incorporate the dimension of the UPSC previous year question paper. Second is 2 books, one for paper 1, another for paper 2. Third is the test series, and fourth is the sociology current affairs. This is like a sandwich. These 4 layers are like sandwich. What do you do when you go and eat sandwich? What do you do? Sandwich is not to be separated. You should eat together. No, then only the taste of sandwich will be there. Okay, like that you should do that. When I see some children, in the KFC's, McDonald's, that they have this burger. They literally open their mouth like a crocodile, because then only you have to put, then only you can put into your mouth. And a dentist friend was telling recent times the children are suffering from this jaw related problems. Many children are coming to a dentist friend telling that this jaw is what is paining for the children. Then he found the reason is very simple. He says, the parents are asking, sir, what is the treatment? Treatment is, don't give these children burger. That is the treatment. Don't go to KFC's or McDonald's, because children are putting into their mouth something which is bigger than the capacity of their mouth. And that is for the children. But for us, we are not children. We have the crocodile's mouth only. We are not having children's mouth. We have literally crocodile mouth. So open your mouth like a crocodile. Take the all 4 layers together. If you miss out one layer, accordingly, UPSC will deduct your marks. I miss the last layer. I cannot go to 300. I will come to 270. I miss the third layer. I'll come to 250. I miss the second layer. I come to 210. I miss the first layer. I will get 0. So, who will be able to have 300 plus in sociology? Those students who have done all the 4 layers honestly, they will clear the sociology with 300 plus. Some students come and tell me, sir, whatever you told, we did that thing, but we didn't get what you told. I asked them, did you do the current affairs integration, 4th layer? No, sir. Did you write the test? Sir, first few tests I wrote, then thereafter I didn't write. Did you have a glance of the 2 books which I have given? Sir, it is there. I take the book once in a while during the puja holidays, because we should pray, no. Keeping all the books, Saraswati Puja is to keep the books and pray. For that we are using. Did you come to the class regularly? Sir, I was having one or the other health issues. That is why I could not come. Is there any dharmam present in this? There are. See, the problem with the Gen Z, most of you belong to Gen Z, right? 2K kids, most of you are 2K. The problem is, I was invited to give an UPSC orientation in my own college, Coimbatore Institute of Technology, day before yesterday. When I was talking to my professors, they were telling, see, during your times, there was no cell phone at all. We used to stay in the hostel, and there is only one phone booth, phone room we call. Call will come from parents. There will be one boy always there near to the common phone. There is a phone slip. He will write the number of the room, the name of the person, and call came from whom, and next call will come at what time. So 10 o'clock, my father is calling. He writes my room number, T310, my name, from Appa. Then next call, 10:20. So we used to run to the phone room by 10:15 itself, waiting for the phone call. Phone call will come. Remaining time, we have to do only 2 things. One, either you chat with your friends or you study. Our options were very restricted. How long you will talk to your friends? And supposing that you have some friends who are studying properly, by talking to them, you come to know that they are studying so much. You get a fear. Out of fear, you go to your room and you also study. You have studied a lot. You wanted to relax. Go to your friend's room and simply talk. So talking and studying, these two are the activities which we were doing in our college days. But today, the students staying in the same room, bunker cots will be there. 4-room sharing will be there, 2-room sharing will be there. The fellow who is sitting in the upper berth, he is busy with the cell phone. The one who is sitting in the lower berth, he will be busy with cell phone. Both of them don't know even the names. Both of them have not seen and talked to each other. So the problem in the Gen Z is that we have so much of chances of getting distracted. All these will have to be sidelined. You should go like the 60 kids, 70 kids. 70 kids madri ayarno neenga you should become, because nothing other than studies. Other than studies, if you have something, then it is talking with your friends, and that too connected with studies. Okay, so I am just throwing some light on the problem present in the present generation, that they have lot much of distraction in the form of social media. So kindly, I'm not telling avoid social media, but restrict the screen time. Screen time is very, very important. Restrict the screen time, because time will not wait for anyone. So I was speaking about the 4-layered sociology course. Okay, we will be able to do the 4 layers, and our target is how much in sociology? I normally tell my students, you should keep target like 320 should be your target. It should be 320. Look at the students who have cleared in the last many years. So what UPSC says about optional is, why should you select sociology as your optional? If I put the question to you, why you should select sociology as your optional? Optional you have selected, but whether you have made the right selection, if you are not convinced with the rightness of your selection, after some time your friends will confuse you. So we have done the right selection, that you should have a conviction first, so that there will be no confusion after. UPSC in its annual report says that the highest success rate is sociology only. See, 10% of the students, they clear from sociology optional. And look at the other popular optionals. 9.4, 9.2, 9.1. So I would say that these are some of the popular optionals which have more than 9% of the success rate. UPSC in the data has told that this subject is scoring, but actually speaking, according to me, no subject will be scoring. The student will have to make the subject scoring. Keep all the scoreability and all. It is you, how you handle the subject, how you take up the subject. Based on that only, your score will be decided. There is no subject which is scoreable in itself. Students will have to score in the subject. So how to score in the subject, for which only I have told 4-layered sociology course. Sociology, why you have to select? I have given a brochure. There is one handout which has been given to you, and the handout speaks about the relevance of sociology in your GS paper. How relevant is sociology in your GS paper? So this is what I am telling, that there is 4-layered sociology. The relevance of the subject. This is the handout which has been given. I have given how much GS questions can be answered through sociology, and how much essay questions can be written using sociology. So it is the relevance of this subject to GS as well as essay. I normally call this as compatibility. It's about compatibility. How sociology is compatible with GS, how it is compatible with essay. This is what is called as compatibility test. When you select an optional, it is not about 500 marks. What extra you will get in GS and essay because of the optional. Because we have to select an optional which gives more content to GS and essay. Otherwise, we have to spend more time on these two areas separately. We have only less time, but we have to study many things. So if my sociology will take care of some GS portions, if it is taking care of my essay paper, I'm very thankful to that sociology. I have given the sheets where I have given whatever GS questions came, which can be related to sociology, and most importantly, the syllabus of GS is connected to the syllabus of sociology. How syllabus of GS is connected to the syllabus of sociology, that also we have given in the handout. So for example, I go to this page where we have this. How sociology is useful in GS. Paper 1, you have this GS paper 1 and sociology paper 1. That is what is the comparison. This is GS mains and this is our sociology. Industrial Revolution and World War. Emergence of sociology is connected to World War. Industrial Revolution, French Revolution, American War of Independence. So, how Industrial Revolution is connected to emergence of sociology. Without revolution, sociology would not have emerged. So, the content which you read, because there is one subtopic, Industrial Revolution and Sociology, there is one subtopic in the first unit, first topic itself, where you will get the content for this GS. Then political philosophies like communism, capitalism, socialism, and their effect on society. It is nothing but Karl Marx. When you study Karl Marx, you'll understand these political philosophies thoroughly. So sociology helps you in GS paper 1, political philosophy. Salient features of Indian society and diversity. There is one topic called a social structure in paper 2 of sociology, which will give you content. And the role of women's organization. You have in paper 2 sociology, women's movement, violence against women, which will be giving you content for this portion. Population and associated issues. In paper 1, you have in paper 2 sociology, C section, 6th topic called as population dynamics. Then poverty and developmental issues in GS paper 1, and this is there in sociology paper 2, last chapter, 7th chapter called as poverty, deprivation, inequalities, crisis of development. Same topic, you see, crisis of development is what is developmental issues. Poverty, deprivation is what is poverty. And next, you have this urbanization, Paper 2, go to urbanization and their problems. You have paper 1, urbanization and problems, GS. Here you see growth of urban settlement, informal sector, slums and deprivation in urban area, directly connected. Effects of globalization, you have sociological thinkers who spoke about globalization. Social empowerment, communalism, regionalism, secularism, you have in sociology paper 2, regionalism, secularization and communalism, everything. You see, just like that it is coming, cut copy paste. And paper 2, come to GS paper 2. Pressure group, formal, informal association, role of polity, you have in sociology, politics and society, pressure group, democracy, citizenship. If you have a glance, you will be happy that sociology is taking care of much of your GS as well. Welfare schemes for the vulnerable sections. You see, welfare programs. Then you see social sector, education, human development, human resources. See education, human resource, again population. Then education, illiteracy and disparity in education. Then you have poverty and hunger. You have poverty alleviation schemes in sociology. So much you have, which is GS. That is why I told, go to paper 3, same. What are the inclusive growth issues? See, growth related issues, challenges of growth, that is transformation, land reforms in India, land reforms, development and extremism, crisis of development, ethics, human values, right? So this is how family is giving you value system, how family is giving you value system. This is GS paper 4. Contribution of moral thinkers. Sociology is only about thinkers only. Ethical issues in international relations. This is what is the topic in sociology. Ethical issues in international relations, social change in modern society, development and dependency, speaks about how international relations is characterized by exploitation, that the rich countries are exploiting the poor countries. Today, Sri Lanka, 2-3 years back, faced severe economic crisis, and the reason was the developed countries. Today, Donald Trump is imposing excessive taxations on India, and developing countries like India definitely will suffer. So how the relationship is not equal between the rich countries and developed countries, rich countries and poor countries, that the rich countries are sucking the blood of the poor countries like leech. And that is what is the theory called as development and dependency. Is this moral? Is this moral? Globalization means what? Equality of opportunity. But equality of opportunity is not given because of the preferential treatment which you are giving, because of the discrimination you are making, putting intrusive conditions on countries like India, making us accept the unacceptable terms and conditions in international relations. This is what is the issue, moral issue. Okay, so all the papers in GS, paper 1, may it be paper 2, paper 3, paper 4, you have the related topics present in sociology. Similarly, when you see the ethics, when you see this essay paper, so much you have. Look at this. All the Years you have sociology related topics in essay. 2 questions you will write in the essay paper. Out of 2 questions, definitely 2 questions also will be written from sociology only. Because why we write sociology in GS and essay? We write sociology in GS and essay because end of sociology we will know only sociology. What you know only you write, no? That is why optional is very much important. Find a supplier, feeder for your GS and essay. There is no separate essay syllabus which they have given. Is there any syllabus for essay? Is there any material available for essay? Materials are available, but with that material, will you be able to attend the question asked by UPSC? Definitely not. So essay will have to be prepared from your GS and optional only. In the essay classes, what we will do you, what all the teachers who are teaching essay classes will do, they will not give you the content. Whole of the India, essay cannot be like GS or sociology. They will not give content. They will only fine tune your writing. Content you will have to take from GS and optional. I am telling content of GS itself is taken from optional called sociology. So sociology is like the source for both GS and essay. If I take how much I will write using sociology in GS and essay, I will say 500 marks I will write using sociology in GS and essay. 250 marks essay comes from sociology. Another 250 to 350 marks of GS will come from sociology. So when you prepare for 500 marks, that is sociology, you get free 500 marks. ஒன்னு வாங்கினா ஒன்னு இலவசம். In the same logic, buy one, get one offer. You have to study for 500 marks, you'll get another 500 marks. So remaining how much you have in GS, in mains? 750 only, no, because 1750 is the marks in GS, in mains, out of which 500 will come from sociology, 500 because of sociology, GS and essay. So 1000 already covered because of sociology. Remaining you have only 750. So all your GS preparation is boiling down to only 750 marks. I am rational, I am intelligent when I hit 2 birds with one single stone. Time is not unlimited, time is limited. So intelligently, when I'm selecting a subject, it should be overlapping with GS, it should be overlapping with the essay. And that is why, because of this compatibility of sociology with the essay, because of its compatibility with GS, sociology is the best choice. And secondly, familiarity. What do you mean by familiarity? I should be learning something which I know something already. I should not learn something which is totally new to me. I should learn something which is quite familiar to me. Society is what is studied in sociology. We are living in the society, we are a part of the society. So sociology means what? Studying ourselves. We are very familiar to us. So we are studying society which is familiar to us, which is why the subject matter is very familiar to us. What we are doing in the sociology class, we are making you more familiar with what you are already familiar. Familiarizing the familiar is what the class which is going to do to you. So familiarity. First I told about compatibility, secondly I told about familiarity, and thirdly about scoreability. significant number of students have cleared with this subject, which means that you have so many people as a reference group to cross check where you stand. One of the most highly rewarding optional is sociology, which is why all India level there are more takers for this subject, which is why it is called one of the popular optionals. When in the first attempt of mine, I studied my BTech chemical engineering, I went to see one person who was preparing in the library of my district. In all the district libraries, there is one competitive examination section where you'll have some senior people studying, preparing for TNPSC examinations. And books are there for UPSC examination. Books means what? Whatever books which are not read by the students in this generation, those books are there. Like the guide books, Tata McGraw-Hill, Unique Guide, this guide, that guide. Guide books will be there. Tata McGraw-Hill, 10 books they will buy. Unique Guide, some 10 books. Some other publication guide, some 10 books. These guides and all will not guide you in UPSC examination. No question will come from these guides. There is one history book called as Agnihotri. How many of you have heard? I don't know. We, during those days, at least have a glimpse of this Agnihotri thick book, only for history. Krishna Reddy, there is another book for history. So this much thick book for history, Krishna Reddy, this much thick book, Agnihotri. Likewise, they have a bookshelf fully loaded with UPSC content. And I went there, just I was seeing these books. Somebody was asking me, who was sitting there and reading for TNPSC Group 4, என்ன தம்பி படிக்க போற? இல்ல UPSC பார்க்கறேன். You know, there is something called optional in UPSC. I know, I have seen the syllabus. Normally, people will select optional, which is their UG or PG. What is your UG? BTech Chemical Engineering. Chemical Engineering is not there in UPSC syllabus, optional syllabus. Closely connected to Chemical Engineering is chemistry. So why don't you select chemistry? I thought this is very logical. I took the chemistry books and I started reading. Chemistry books were not available in the district central library. I went to the university where there is a chemistry department. I went to that department. I was searching some books. I took the books. I cross-checked with the syllabus and all. Then I started reading. I'm reading one page the whole of the day. I close the book and I try to recall. Nothing is coming to my mind. I read, I close. The moment I close, my mind also closes. So this I was doing for some 1 week. Then I went to one university chemistry professor and I was asking him, sir, could you support me? He said, UPSC, IAS, very good. Nama urla IAS varno. So I will teach you. You come to my college. So I have to go to his college. He took the syllabus. Well, very easy, very easy, very easy, very easy. Nothing. UPSC so simple. Chemistry, very simple. Phone call came from his wife. What are you doing? I am in the college. You are in the college. You forgot that our daughter's marriage is going to happen in 1 month time. We have planned for some purchase today. What you told? You told that you'll go to the college, you'll take permission and come. Why are you staying there? Come. See, my daughter's marriage. Okay. Tomorrow we are meeting. Tomorrow I used to go. Some other work will come. Day after tomorrow I'll go. Some other work will come. Then he said, my daughter's marriage, after marriage I'll be completely free. So that time I will teach you. Now I am telling you very, very important lesson. There are even today some students like this. Sir, I have selected a particular optional because there is one teacher whom I know, my own department teacher, promise that they will teach me. This is not going to work. I spoiled my 2 months to know this. So there should be a teacher who has to be a professional, who has to teach only for UPSC. I am a B.Tech chemical engineering graduate. I have no academic background of this sociology. But as a teacher, I am teaching sociology for the last 2 decades with no academic qualification. Because my profession is this. I know how much time I should give to what syllabus, what portions, how much varieties of dimensions I should do for this particular topic, what are the previous year questions, and what is the pattern which I can predict, and focusing on the substance of the previous year question, focusing on the themes of the previous year question, and taking the topic based on themes. Okay, so there should be availability of teachers who know UPSC sociology, who have handled many batches, more than 9,500, around close to 10,000 students have been trained by me in the last 20 years. So we know what has to be done. That is why, as far as sociology is concerned, I will carry your cross. உங்க சிலுவையை நான் சுமக்கிறேன். Do something worthwhile. Going to ChatGPT, asking, what is this, what is that? Wastage of time. ChatGPT answers are like what? The answers are very tentative answers, not specific answers. You will not get the specific answers. You'll get very tentative. Tell about me. You type, tell about me. I typed up my own name in ChatGPT to know. Mr.S.Sivarajavel. Oh, it's a nice name. It's a good name. His name seems to be the name of Lord Shiva. தெரியாதா எனக்கு? Obvious answers. And intelligently it does, because in the online stuff we are there, no, it is taking my name with the subject. He teaches sociology. Correct adikudu. Because students have told in the online. So whatever has been shared online only it is able to tell. But I have many things which is offline. Those things ChatGPT will not tell. Okay, I teach polity. ChatGPT is not telling I teach polity. ChatGPT tells I teach only sociology. He is a teacher exclusively for sociology. He said, I'm teaching polity for the last 18 years. But what has been the feedback about the sociology optional, that is dominating the online platform. So it is wrongly telling about me that he knows only sociology. I have taken international relations, I have taken ethics paper, I have taken polity, I teach society for GS people, I teach current affairs for them. இதெல்லாம் சொல்லல. அப்போ what is obvious, what is known to all, those things only ChatGPT will know. So if you have any questions, you directly ask me. ChatGPT came today. I came many years before. I am super senior of this ChatGPT. Okay. So don't waste time in browsing in the surfing online and all. That is what the point which I wanted to tell you. 3 things I told you to stay with conviction about the selection of the optional. core ability, lastly I told familiarity, second point I told, the first point is compatibility. So when all the three components are there, it is passing, your optional is passing in the test called as suitability test. Suitability test, that is very, very important. Suitability test. In today's big garment showrooms and all, what they do, what is the color of the shirt you wear? They are taking your photo and they are taking all the shirts which are available in the showroom, matching each and every, and the computer itself tells that for this person's complexion, these are the available things, let him choose any one of this. Suitability. If you wear something which is not suitable to you, what will happen? Something which is not suitable to you. For example, you are wearing a shoe which is not suitable to you. All your mind will be on that shoe which is not fitting to you. You have forgotten the shoe because it has perfectly fitted with you. Something which fits you perfectly, you forget that. Something which is not fitting with you properly, you are remembering only those things. So the course of sociology should be in such a way that you should forget about sociology, which means the subject is fully fitting with you. On the contrary, if you keep on thinking daily basis sociology, then it means that it is not fitting with you. But fitting with you, not fitting with you, you can't decide now. You have to wait for the syllabus to get over. When we are teaching in the class, these are the things which you have to do simultaneously. So what I am expecting from you? What is expected out of you? These are my expectation about you. First and the foremost thing, attend all the classes. Attendance is very, very important. Simply we can't come to one class, don't come to the next class. Wrong. Because what happens, the students who are not attending properly, what are the option they have? They have the option to ask for online access. Online access will be given, but there is a time limit. Without a time limit, anything given to you will be wastage of your time. So if you don't watch this, then you miss that thing. What you miss, it is missed forever. No compensation. You can't compensate it. There is no compensation. Just a second. Go for a ticket booking, they have called me. So you can't compensate for lack of attendance. Anyhow, you will miss out. Secondly, when a topic is covered, it is done in the class. Revise that day itself. plus go to the book and have a reading. Read the topic which has been covered. Then go to UPSC previous year question which is given in the book back of us. Then do the skeleton of answer. Show this to me. After my feedback, write the answer. Write short notes first. That is for 2 pages, worth 10 marks. So this exercise has to be done by you. Topic, revise that day itself, go to the book, read the topic, go to the PYQ which is in the book back itself, try to do the skeleton of the answer, bring it to me. After my feedback, you start writing the answer. Initially, answer should be only for 10 markers, not for 20 marker. 2-page answer you have to make for the questions which came in the previous year. This you have to do. Okay. If you don't do this, what happens now? You will not be able to get the content from UPSC perspective. You'll understand, but understanding is only the first step. Writing answer to the question asked by UPSC, it is the final step. So based on that only you will be selected. So let us write the answers for the PYQ. Number 3, the tests which I will be keeping. I will discuss, rewrite the discussed answers, in a separate notebook, and this will be your revision material. During examination time, you are only revising the rewritten test discussed answers. Fourthly, notes making. You make some pointers for each topic. In 1 page maximum. For each topic, you write pointers in 1 page. The content comes from the class notes plus the books which I have given, plus the current affairs. So you should have very, very short notes. Only when the notes is very short, you can revise the notes many times. And it is revision which is the key for clearing the UPSC examination. Revision. One who has revised the entire syllabus for 3 or 4 times, that student is going to clear this examination. Revision is the key. When you have notes which is so bulky, revision is not possible. So make the notes very simple, short and sweet. In the notes, you should have the sociological terms, You should know the names of the thinkers and the quotes or expressions relevant to a particular topic. For example, when you read Karl Marx Class Conflict, there is a quote which has been told by Karl Marx. History of all hitherto existing societies is the history of class conflict. This is a quote given by Karl Marx connected to the particular topic called as class conflict. So, nice quotes will be there. Nice expressions will be there. Simply punch dialogues. Punch lines will be there. So, that has to be incorporated in your notes. This will have to be incorporated in your own notes so that you repeat it in the answers. Answers. These are the 5 things which I expect from you. Answer has 2 parts. UPSC answer has to give importance to 2 parts. One is the content and second is the form or presentation. Content should be very precise, powerful, and relevant to the question asked. Presentation should be, it can be point form, it can be paragraph form. It can be a combination of both. For example, when I go to the form or the structure of the answer, it should have 3 parts: introduction, body, conclusion. Introduction, just some 4 lines. Body, here where answer is given to the question, and conclusion should be something like way forward or relevance of the topic asked in the questions. It can be 4 lines or 4 lines to 6 lines maximum, max. Always write short sentences which runs for only 2 lines. You are starting from here, then going to the second line, put a full stop. Don't write 5-6 lines non-stop. You are not Vande Bharat train non-stop. Because what is the problem is, when you keep writing without any stop, the reader finds it very difficult. And secondly, you will be telling something in the first line, in the 6th line, you will tell something different. Totally, you will deviate from what you said in the first line. So, short, simple sentences has to be written. This is with respect to the form. Plus, flow charts can be added. Always diagrammatic representations, flow charts, pie diagram, some pictorial representations, Venn diagram. Like that, you can try different types of simple diagrams. In the name of drawing diagrams, don't draw the face of Karl Marx or Max Weber. A student of mine who is today working as Joint Commissioner of Income Tax, I asked a question on violence against women. Okay. He has drawn the face of a girl who is screaming. Why? He said, sir, anyone have drawn like this? No. This is the reason. Nobody has done this. No. I'm doing that thing, which means I am doing something which many did not do. And this is the reason why you are asking me. So I have triggered an interest. Yes or no? Yes. You are turning to me and you are seeing me. Yes or no? Yes. That is the reason. That year he got 280 plus in sociology, and today he is joint commissioner income tax. He can do that easily, but you don't do. Okay. So simple diagrams, flow chart, pie diagram, Venn diagram, bar diagram, whatever is easy for you, you try to introduce that, so that the monotony present in the answer will be broken. Answer otherwise will be monotonous. It will be boring. So make the answer quite interesting for not you, for the one who corrects your paper. And if you make me very interesting means I am happy. I have to reciprocate my happiness. I should thank you for that. In what way I will thank you? Giving you more marks. You make my job very difficult. Headache comes after reading your paper. My BP is shooting because of your answer. I'm taking so much of time to know what you have written on the paper. Will I leave you? Will I spare you? I will punish you. You are not there in front of me, but your paper is there. So what I do? Whatever I wanted to do to you directly, personally, that I will do to your paper. I will put only 1 out of 20. Nobody can question me. I have absolute discretion. 1 out of 20. Out of 20 marks, I'll put 1 mark. I can even strike out all the pages and put 0. So a teacher's mindset will be like this. If you make the teacher happy, he will give you, she will give you twice back. If you make the teacher unhappy, if you make the work of the teacher difficult, she will make your life difficult. Will you tolerate when you are the teacher who is correcting your paper? If somebody has scribbled no stuff at all, very randomly written, hanging points are written, no justification of the points, irrelevantly writing, will you spare? No, you will not. That is the same mindset of the teacher. So always you should empathize. Very important. Even when you become IAS officer, IPS officer, you should have this empathy. From the other's point of view, you should be able to understand things. Then only you will be doing good. So when you write the answer, you empathize with the teacher who will correct your paper. Some students, when I ask them, have you read all the answers you have written on the paper? They say, sir, சகிக்க முடியல சார். உங்களுக்கே இப்படி இருந்துச்சுன்னா அப்ப the one who has 35 years of experience, how bad he will feel. When you find your answer is not worthy, the one who is having 35 years of experience, who is correcting your paper, how bad he will feel about your answer. So you should write the answer not from your point of view, you should write the answer from the teacher's point of view. When you are correcting your paper, then you can write the answer from your point of view. When you are not correcting your paper, you should correct the paper, you should write the paper from the teacher who corrects, because the teacher who corrects is going to give you the score, and the score is going to give you IAS. So that is why whatever you write on the paper, think from the teacher's perspective. Try to understand the problem of the teacher who is correcting your paper. Scribbling, very haphazardly writing. Some students, they write like this. They don't write in straight line. TNPSC gives you ruled paper. UPSC gives you unruled paper. Some will write like this, starting like this. They are to be there in ISRO, rocket launching. Some people, that time they will study oceanography, I think. Write straight, for which you need to have practice. You are writing in the ruled paper, no? So some of you can try that also. A student whose handwriting was very bad, I even suggested that 4-line paper, 4-line notebook, no, for children, school children, 4-line notebook is there, no. I made him purchase that notebook and write on the 4-lined paper, because his answer is, his handwriting is so bad. He has to sit beside me 30 minutes when I am correcting his paper. He will translate his own paper. He is a translator. But that is not there in UPSC, no. That is why writing is very, very important. So you need not write beautifully and all, but you should write legibly, legible handwriting. Because what you have written the best content in the world. But if your handwriting is not legible, nobody will understand. So legible handwriting. And no striking. Some people write something, strike something, write, strike, strike. No, 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 no. Think and write. After writing, don't think. After writing, you have thought, no, you did not think, which is why you have written something wrong. After writing, you think and you have striked out that. So don't do the striking business. Your answer sheet should be very neat and clean. Okay, many people focus only on studying, don't focus on writing. It is not based on studying that UPSC selects you. It is based on your writing only UPSC selects you. So writing has to be given the topmost priority. Right? Now these are some of the do's and don'ts which we wanted to tell to you. First, the target which you have to keep should be 320 plus in sociology. There is one book called as 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, written by Stephen Covey. 7 habits are there. If you develop these 7 habits, you'll become very successful. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. A book, very popular bestseller book written by Stephen Covey. He says that there is one habit out of the 7 habits. That habit is begin with an end in mind. Begin with an end in mind. So first you should begin with an end in mind. End target should be 320 plus. The day one you begin today sociology, your end in sociology should be 320 plus. Without a target, we will not be able to achieve what we wanted to achieve. So keep the target 320 plus. How 320 plus will come? Because of the scientifically crafted 4-layered approach of us. 320 is possible. The probability will have to be converted into certainty because of your work. This is only a probability. But probability can transform into certainty because of your hard work. Probable, highly probable, because students before you have done this. It's not a target which has not been achieved so far. This was a target which was already achieved. So have 320 plus in your mind for sociology. What should be your target in mains? GS, your target should be 4 papers, each paper 100 marks, so 400. Essay, your target should be, say, 140, 130, 140. Personality test, your target should be sociology. Your target should be, I'm keeping for simplicity's sake, 300. So 840 to 850 should be your target for what? Main. You have personality test. Even if you get 160 plus, which is a very, very normal average score in interview. Worst case, 160. So 160 plus 840, your target should be 1000 plus. When you get 1000 plus in mains plus interview, you will get a guarantee of IAS. So our target is 1000 plus. 840 plus in main exam, 160 plus in interview. I'm keeping a very low target in interview because we don't know. Even in worst case, we should be able to get this 160. 1000 plus you should target. When you get 1000 plus, IAS will come to your pocket. So all successful people have this habit called as begin with an end in mind. Very, very important. Okay. Now, let us do the subject called as sociology. What is sociology? Why sociology is needed? Two questions will come for a beginner beginning to study this subject. Two questions, what and why? What is sociology? Sociology is a term coined by Auguste Comte, a French scholar. He combined two words, socius plus logos. Socius is a Latin word, logos is a Greek word. Socius means society or group. Logos means study of. So sociology means what? Study of society. Society means what? Society is not about individual. Society is about group. It is group of individuals. There is a bus stop, a bus stand. 10 individuals are waiting for a bus. 10 individuals are waiting for a bus. They don't talk to each other. They are not even aware about the presence of the next person. All the 10 are waiting for a bus. Say 70 is the number of the bus. All the 10 are waiting for 70 bus number. Can they be called a group? No. You can't call these 10 individuals as a group. What makes the 10 as a group? The 10 individuals cannot be called group. They are not called group. They are only called collections. A group is not about collection. A group is about connection. Group is not about collection. Group is about connection. What do you mean by that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is collection. This is connection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is what is called a group. So they should be connected to each other. They should be aware of something common or something distinct amongst themselves. So there is something which is connecting them. Maybe they belong to the same religious group. Maybe they speak in the same language. Maybe they are eating the same type of food. Maybe they are living in the same locality. And they should be aware, okay, he is my neighbor, she is my classmate, he is my classmate. Today, all of you are here being the first class. You are only collection because you don't know each other. When the classes will go on, you come to know all of you. Okay, she is doing this course, she is doing her BSc, he is doing his MPhil, she is coming from Madurai, she is coming from Coimbatore, she has done her law. Like that, you have known, you know, there is some sort of awareness. then that is what is called group. So there is a concept called as Franklin Giddings. He uses a phrase called as consciousness of kind. Which means you are aware about each other. If you are aware about each other, then you become a group. Emile Durkheim, a very important thinker who will be read by us, he uses the term collective conscience. He uses the term collective conscience. So it is about common awareness. This is what is called group. So simply speaking, group is about awareness about the others. Group is something which is existing outside you. A group is outside you. It is external to you. It's outside you. And that outside thing will control you. What is present outside now will control you. So the presence of others will put some restrictions on our actions or not. When you are alone in the room, how we will be? We'll be very casually listening to music, singing song, even dancing. When some 3-4 people come to your room, will you do this? So the other person coming, we will little bit modify ourselves. In our places, in our homes, in our hostels, we will wear a casual dress. But when we come to the class, we wear some formal dress or not. One student, I still remember, he came with half pants to the class. It was a weekend class like you. He came in half pant. He was wearing a Bermuda in his room. No, he came with that only. When he entered the class, everybody turned their face towards him and then they resumed their activity, normal activity, that is listening to the lecture. I was also briefly seeing him for a while, then I resumed my lecture. 15 minutes only. It took only 15 minutes. He himself left the class and came with full pant. Nobody told him. I didn't tell anything to him. Other students have not told anything to him. But just a mere sight at this person, just a glimpse of this person, he was consciously knowing now, okay, my dress is the problem, it seems. He went in the middle of the class, changed his dress and came. After the class was over, he was asking, sorry sir, I didn't realize that I came in my half pant. I should have worn full pant. No, I just come with my trousers. I'm sorry sir. ஏதோ ஒரு யோசனைகளை வந்துட்டேன் சார். நத்திங் பா, நத்திங். இட்ஸ் அட்லீஸ்ட் யூ ஆர் வியரிங் தட் திங். அதுவே பெருசு தானே. அப்படி நான் நினைச்சுக்கிட்டேன். So this is what is society. Nobody told, but he himself is feeling uncomfortable. No, when he was in his room, nobody was there, so he was on his own. But when some other people came, just their glimpse of this person made him uncomfortable, that he has to go to his room and change his outfit and come. And this speaks about society. How you eat in the group, you all friends are going to an important function where food is served. How you eat, how your family, how your mother taught you. See, when you are eating in a group, you should eat with some etiquettes. How to eat, now we become very conscious because others are seeing us. And that too, in the marriages, in the birthday parties, people come with video cam, and I stop eating, let him go. So we become conscious. That is called as consciousness of kind. That is called as collective conscience or collective consciousness. You are conscious about the others. And that others is called as society. Have you understood what is society now? As others. So society, that is others, will be studied. You are the part of the others. This others will tell you what job you should do. The choice of IAS, do you think that by birth itself you chose this IAS as your option? Others told you, your teachers told you, your friends told you, your parents told you, become IAS, become IAS, become IAS. And you asked why. They said IAS is the best job in the world. So you also thought IAS is the best job in the world, and you are now sitting in the class thinking that IAS is the best job. Who told this examination is difficult? The most difficult examination is UPSC civil service exam. Who told? All are telling, which is why I am also telling. Who told 3 times you should eat food daily? Who told? Most of us are eating 3 times. Why? My doctor friend says there is no need to eat 3 times and all. He tells, whenever you are hungry, you eat. If you are hungry 7 times, eat 7 times. If you are hungry only once, eat once. Because body will ask you, give me food, give me food. Then only you should feed your body. But are we doing that? Mother is telling, morning 9 o'clock eat, afternoon 2 o'clock eat. You tell, I'm not hungry. Whether you are hungry or not, when the time comes, you should eat. டயத்துக்கு சாப்பிடணும், இதான வீட்டில் சொல்லி கொடுத்தது. But this is medically wrong. Scientifically wrong, that only at a particular time you should eat. Is a wrong concept scientifically. You ask your mother who told you. You told that your mother told to eat 3 times. You ask your mother who told your mother, maybe her grandmother. You ask your grandmother, maybe her mother, maybe her grandmother, maybe her mother, maybe her grandmother. You don't know that person, first person who came and told us eat 3 times. But every one of us are eating 3 times. How to eat? Who told? How to eat? Who told? You yourself learned how to eat? No. What you did when you are a kid? You have put the plate onto the floor, putting your leg also on the food. Mother came and told, no, no, no. You should not throw the food on the floor. It should be kept. Put your right hand. Don't use your both the hands. Do you think that the man who was living, the mankind who was living 10 lakh years before ate like this? No. So it is the others who told us how to eat, when to eat, what to eat, what to eat. If you go to China, they eat what? Snake. So which means a human body can digest snake also. Cockroach will you eat? In India, will you eat cockroach? Huh? When you see cockroach, you will run away. When you see snake, for a Chinese person, good food for you, Nagaraja. So human body has the ability to even digest a cockroach, can digest what? This snake, rat, bat. Coronavirus came because they ate bat. That was the thesis which they initially started. No, Chinese people ate bat. They ate, and other people are washing their hands. Chinese people ate, and the whole world is washing the hands. Wrong theory. Anyhow, so what food you should eat, when you should eat, how you should eat, how many times you should eat, when you should sleep, how you should sleep, what dress you should wear, what studies you should pursue, what job you should pursue, whom to marry, when to marry, why to marry. Everything is told by others, which means without others, we know nothing. We know nothing. And this is what is sociology. Others is what is society. Studying others, how others are influencing you, that is what is sociology. So therefore, sociology is study of others, study of groups. We are also a part of that group, but that group is outside us. It controls us. So study of society is what is the subject matter of sociology. Why should you study society? I told no. Our thinking, our feeling, our actions, everything is decided by society. So what is sociology? It is the study of society. It is the study of society. Why should we study? Why should we study? Because society decides what we think, we feel, we act. Our actions, our thinking, our feeling, everything is decided by society. So that is why we should study society. There was a district collector. In the district, he found that there are tribal communities present. Tribal communities present. They have to be economically empowered. So he called the officers and made a plan. The plan is find out the tribal community, give them buffaloes so that they can milk the buffalo, they can earn the money from the milk, and they can have some sort of economic safety, economic security. So there was a function organized. The tribal people were called. Each family was given one buffalo. 6 months got over. The collector called the Tahsildar and told the Tahsildar to find out how much these communities benefited by the buffalo given by the district administration. The Tahsildar came running and told, "Sir, not even a single buffalo is alive." Now, collector told the officials, "Go and thoroughly inquire why, how it went missing." They came and told the collector, "Sir, the people to whom we have given buffalo, they eat buffalo. So all the buffaloes given, they have been eaten by these people. They had made a big feast out of the buffalo given by the district administration." Now the collector realized, okay, the culture of the people first has to be understood. Thereafter only we should design the welfare schemes. So knowing about the people's culture is very important for designing the welfare schemes. Otherwise, the schemes will be a failure. Without knowing the culture of the people, if you make a scheme, it is bound to fail. So knowledge about the people is very important for administration. National population policy. India is one of the first few countries in the world to have a national population policy way back in 1950s. National population policy. Population should be reduced because the first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Nehru, found that population is very huge. The resources are very limited. Poverty, therefore, is because of lack of resources. Too much of population, very few resources, hence poverty. So what we should do to eradicate poverty, we should reduce the population. That is why national population policy in 1950s. National population policy was not working. Demographers went, those who study population, they went and found that population policy is not working. Population still is becoming bigger only. Then sociologists were called. See, we have a national population policy. Why people are not taking up this policy seriously? And the sociologists have told the government that, see, most of the people practice Hinduism. Few people practice Islam and Christianity. More than 80% of the people are Hindus. Some 13% will be Muslims, and some 2.5% to 3% will be Christians. All the major religions, they are against population control. Hinduism says child is the gift of God. So God is blessing you through children. Therefore, don't say no to children. If you are saying no to children, it is against the wishes of God. So as Christianity, so as Islam. So culture, that is religion, is against population control. Whatever government says, if it is against the culture, people will not follow the government. They will only follow the culture. Now Indira Gandhi period came. Indira Gandhi's son, who? Sanjay Gandhi, who died because of the air crash. He was acting like a kitchen cabinet. So he was telling the officers, population should be controlled, because my grandfather told, you catch hold of people and do family planning by force. People were targeted. Even old people were not spared. Compulsory population planning, family planning was done, and people became very angry. They are very angry against the government. Feedback came to the government. People are very angry, don't do this. Then the government decided, okay, no coercion, no force. We will go door to door. We will convince people about the benefit of small family now. So door to door, government employees will go. They will convince the people about the benefits of having small family, and through persuasion only, family planning was implemented. Population started growing at a slow rate. It was growing at a faster rate earlier. Now it is growing at the slower rate because you are talking in the language of the people. You talk according to the values of the people. So knowing people therefore becomes very central for administration. Tamil Nadu government 2001, ADMK government in 2001 made a law. The law says, in front of the temples there shall be no animal sacrifice. If you do animal sacrifice in front of the temple, you will be arrested. This is totally against the culture of majority of the people who in the villages even today have animal sacrifice as a part of the ritual. So police could not control the crowd. Two policemen will come to stop the animal sacrifice. 2,000 villagers will be standing. And people turned against the government. How dare you to violate our religious rights? Right to ritual is our fundamental right. How dare you to violate? Sensing the anger of the people, Tamil Nadu government repealed the law itself. So laws which are against the culture of the people will be violated. Which law will be applied? Which law will be practiced, implemented easily? The law which is in tune with the culture, that law will be practiced by people. That law will be obeyed by people. If the law violates the culture, culture prevails over the law. Law will be violated, culture will be practiced. Dowry Prohibition Act is there. Do you think that dowry is abolished? Even today, in all marriages, 99.9% of the marriages, dowry is present. Yes or no? Law says prohibition of dowry, but dowry is practiced even today. Why? Dowry is a part of the culture. So something which is very cultural, if declared as an offense, the law cannot easily be implemented at all. Despite of the law, still today, even today, dowry is practiced because it is a part of the culture. In my second UPSC interview, a question was asked to me by the board because I have written in my biodata, in my application form, main application form, hobby is debating. Like society is evolving, hobby also evolves. Because in my first attempt, I put hobby, nothing in particular. Now somebody told in the second attempt, put something in the hobby so that they can ask question on that. So I was putting debating as my hobby. One of the members of the board was telling me, Oh, debating is your hobby. No. Dowry is a social evil. Debate against this topic, which means I should support dowry. So you support dowry and speak something in support of dowry. I said, sir, dowry is a part of Indian culture. This culture is male dominated culture, where sons will inherit the property from the father. Daughters cannot. But not all properties are inherited by the son. Not completely, daughter has no claim over the father's property. There are two types of property. One is movable property, another is immovable property. The son will inherit all the immovable property from the father. And some portions of movable property goes to the daughter in the form of dowry. So dowry, therefore, is speaking about the right to property of the daughter in a male dominated society. They appreciated this. Good. Dowry is the name today. Earlier it is called as Stri Dan. Stri means women, Dan means Danam, gift. The father is gifting his daughter. And that is what is dowry. So the man who is marrying the woman, he cannot say no to dowry because dowry is not given to the boy. It is given by the father of the girl to the girl. Who is he to tell no to dowry? If he tells no to dowry, he is violating the right to property of the woman. They laughed at me. They smiled at me. You have given a good justification for dowry. So dowry is what? You are right. Otherwise, you will not get any property from your father as a girl. The girl who is getting the gift from the father in the name of dowry, he goes to the in-laws house after marriage, husband's house after marriage. Because in our society, the wife will go to husband's house after marriage. Husband will not go to wife's house. So she is going to a new house. If she goes with some property, some wealth, some material wealth, she will have some status in the new house. If suppose in the new house there is a problem, she will take care of herself because she has her own property called dowry. And in the old times, they will gift to the daughter who is getting married cows. Cow. Cow is the dowry. Because in the new house, if she is having any problem, she can milk the cow, she can sell the milk, and can have her own sustenance. So it is a security given to the daughter. And therefore, dowry is a social necessity, not a social evil. So this is the reason why dowry is existing despite of the law. When father of the daughter, when the parents of the daughter, they wanted to give her share in the property in the form of dowry, nobody can say no to dowry, no. Even the boy's family cannot say no. It is her property. Who are you to violate her property right? So we have said that how society influences our thinking, how society influences our feeling, how society influences our action. Therefore, study of society is very, very important. Human action, therefore, is a product of society. Human thinking is based on social thinking. Human feeling is based on social feeling. Without society, man cannot exist at all. Because of our social nature only, we have become dominant species. We are not bigger than the giraffe. We are not bigger than the elephant. We are not faster than the cheetah. We are not powerful than the lion. We are not poisonous than the snake. But we are the dominant species just because we live in group. And that too, group living is not just present in humans. It is also present in animals. It is called as band. Group is called band. But if you look at the animals, the band size of the animal cannot be more than 200 or 300. The group size of the animal cannot be more than 200 or 300, maximum 300. But the band size, the group size of human being can be even 1.4 billion, as is the case of India. So we have the bigger group setup. Our group is the most populated group, and due to this, we have become dominant. So therefore, group living is the subject of sociology. That is the subject matter of sociology. How group living influences you. How group thinking influences you. Understood? So what is sociology? We have told sociology means what? Study of society. And why sociology? Or why study of society? To know us from the perspective of others. Because we cannot have individual existence. Maybe hypothetically imagine this. Tomorrow morning you wake up. There is no single human being. Tomorrow morning you wake up. There is no single human being. You are the lonely person in this planet Earth. What we will do? What will happen to us? We will become mad or not? When your roommates are going for their places and you are the lonely person in the room, you can't stay in the room. How can you stay in the whole of the world when no single person is there apart from you? So we are used to live in group. We don't know how to live alone. So man without others, that is society, is like fish without water. Like a fish cannot survive without water, individual cannot survive without a group. How many times you are calling your parents? How many times you are calling your friends? How many times you are getting called by your friends' parents? And that tells about the importance of group. So study of group therefore is called as sociology. Okay, so two basic questions we have answered. One, what is sociology? Why we should study sociology? We gave the name of a thinker, Auguste Comte. Initially, for study of society, he gave the name called as social physics. Initially, he gave the term social physics to study of society. Some of his friends told, why you are borrowing even the name from your physics? If you borrow name from physics, you will become dependent brother of physics. No. You wanted to make sociology as dependent of some subject, or you wanted sociology to become independent? You have to make the subject independent. So why depend on the name? Become independent in the name. Later on, in 1830s, for study of society, he replaced this word by a new word called as sociology. So who gave name to the subject becomes who for the subject? Father. So father of sociology is Auguste Comte from France, a French scholar. So with the naming of the subject, a new discipline is born. A new subject is born. 19th century is the period of the birth of the new subject called as sociology. Okay. We'll have a brief break now for 15 minutes. After the break, we'll take up the syllabus of sociology. Okay. So, in the second half of today's session, we are going to start with the syllabus of sociology, decoding the syllabus of sociology. So, take some 15 minutes break. You are given the syllabus copy. From the syllabus copy, we will start the sociology. Okay, so we'll go by topic wise, chapter wise, paper wise, as per the UPSC sociology syllabus. Meet you after 15 minutes. Thank you. So we are starting with the syllabus of sociology. Optional sociology has two papers. One is paper 1, another is paper 2. Paper 1 is the fundamentals of sociology, that is theories. And paper 2 is application of these fundamentals to Indian society. Normally, students make compartmentalization of paper 1 and paper 2. What they do? They study paper 1 separately, paper 2. But rather than compartmentalization, the best preparation is through integration. Whatever you are reading in paper 1 should be applied to paper 2. So when you read paper 2, you should recall paper 1. This is what is called as integration approach. Students will write GS answers in paper 2 because they don't connect paper 2 things with paper 1. Which is why in paper 2, UPSC is giving instruction right from sociological perspective. When the examination is sociology, Why should UPSC explicitly tell in paper 2 that write from sociological perspective? Because students in the past have written from GS perspective, which is why UPSC is telling specifically that this is sociology paper, not GS paper, hence write from sociological perspective. So you can write from sociological perspective as per demanded by UPSC only when you see paper 2 through the eyes of paper 1. When you read paper 1, you integrate with paper 2. When you read paper 2, you connect with paper 1, so that you will get the wholesome sociology. Sociology is not about paper 1, paper 2. UPSC, for its own convenience, divided the subject into paper 1, paper 2. When Augustcom gave the subject the term, the name sociology, he did not think that this should be studied in paper 1, that should be studied in paper 2. No, no, no. Sociology is one. But syllabus of UPSC says 2. University syllabus says 8. 8 papers may be there in university syllabus, or even more than that will be there. So it is not paper 1, paper 2, it is about sociology. This you have to keep in mind in the first class itself, that I have to connect both. I should not see both in separation. I should see both in combination. No compartmentalization. The best method is integration. Now come to paper 1. This is what is in paper 1. Fundamentals of sociology. In paper 1, we have 10 units. There are 10 units present in paper 1. The first unit is birth of sociology. Okay, you assume that a child is born. So the birth of the child has to be studied first. And child is sociology. So sociology, the discipline, how sociology emerged as a subject. Discipline means subject. There are 3 topics in the first unit. The first topic is modernity and social changes in Europe and the emergence of sociology. Modernity and social changes in Europe and emergence of sociology. The second topic in first unit is scope of sociology in comparison with other social sciences. And the third topic is sociology and common sense. So first unit is the birth of the subject. When you study the birth of the subject, you study 3 things. What is the cause? If emergence is the consequence, there should be a cause to produce this consequence. So what is the cause of sociology? Why sociology emerged? That is the first topic, modernity. Modernity and social changes in Europe, that is the cause. Emergence of sociology is the consequence. So the first subject is, the first topic is 1A, emergence of sociology. Emergence of sociology. So this is the cause or the reason, and this is the consequence or the effect. Cause is modernity. and social changes. Where? In Europe. That is what syllabus says. And effect is sociology. So this is the first topic. Compulsorily, this will be asked either as a 20 marker question or as a 10 marker question. So this is the most frequently asked question. Every paper, including 2024, had a question on the first topic. Modernity and social changes in Europe is the cause. Emergence of sociology is the consequence. Now, let us put questions. What questions we can put? What is modernity? What are the changes which took place in the European society? In fact, both are same. Modernity only produced changes. Modernity only produced changes in Europe. And because of that, sociology was born. What is modernity? What do you mean by modernity? What do you mean by modern? What do you mean by modern? Modern is something which is opposite of tradition. Modern means new. What is new? New family, new education, new polity, new economy, new religion, new culture. Everything is new. New dress, new food, new art, new transportation. So new came. That new is what is called modern. My next question, why new? Why you wanted something which is a new? Why you wanted a new thing? Why you wanted a new cell phone? Tell me. Why you wanted a new cell phone? Because the current cell phone is outdated. I have this Nokia 1100 button phone, outdated. Or I have Apple 16. October i17 is going to come. So i17 version in Apple phone has certain new things which is not there in i16. So I wanted a new because what I have at present is not having the updated features. I wanted a new cell phone because I lost my old cell phone. I wanted a new cell phone because I broke my old cell phone. It fell on the floor. It became pieces. So the old which I have is not satisfying. Yes or no? The old which I have is not satisfying. it is outdated, or it is creating problems. I have an old car, and the car every time in the signal it stops. Every time one or the other engine problem comes. Therefore, I wanted to sell my old car to buy a new car. So the reason for new is the problem of the old. Got the point or not? Which means the old society created some problems. People tolerated the problems. At one point of time, toleration becomes unbearable. Therefore, you wanted to search a new society, thinking that the new society will solve the problems of the old society. When we had the old landline phone, many of you may not be able to even, you would not have seen the old landline phone. Do you have that old landline phone? When I was a school goer, in my house, old landline phone came. That time it was so new. And the whole of the street, there was only one landline phone in our house. And people in the whole of the street will use this phone. It becomes a public phone. A relative of the third house person will call. I wanted, say, Ramasamy. I will call in 10 minutes. I was the postman, messenger. I'll go to Ramasamy's house. Ramasamy, uncle, your brother is calling. He will call you after 10 minutes. So he will come. Ramasamy will call. Kupusamy will call. Now you had a problem in that old landline. What is that problem? Suppose if you are away from the house, somebody wanted to call you, or you wanted to call them. It is not possible because you don't carry that phone. It is a landline phone. So to solve the problem of the landline phone came which phone? Mobile phone. Everywhere you can carry. It becomes easy. I need not stay in the house to get a phone call, to make a phone call. It is in my pocket. I can call anyone. Anyone can call me anytime because of the mobile phone. So the problem present in the landline phone is now rectified, corrected because of the new mobile phone. But the problem is what? The mobile phone has solved the problem of the landline phone, but the mobile phone has created a new problem. What is that new problem? What is that new problem? Disturbance, distraction. Always people are calling you, wastage of time. And the anonymous call will come. Unknown persons will call you. Yesterday, one person was calling me, sir, I'm calling from a bank. I wanted your ATM number. Those fellows who will ask for ATM number, no. I thought they have gone to some other country, but still they are there only. Because such phone call did not come in the last 1 year for me. It came yesterday. Sir, what is the ATM card number? I'm calling from the bank. He said, wait, ATM number you want to know? Yes, sir, ATM number I wanted. Okay, take down. Okay, tell sir. 0, 0. Yes, 0. Then 000. Then 00. Then again 000. He cut the phone. என்கிட்டேவா? ஏன்னா எத்தனை தடவை நம்ம ஏமாந்துருக்கோம். புத்திசாலிங்கிறதுக்காக இல்ல, எத்தனை தடவை நம்மளை ஏமாத்தி இருக்கிறோம். People are calling you, disturbing you. Summa they are calling you. Nuisance. No peace of mind. Addiction. Cell phone addiction. The first thing we do when we wake up from bed is seeing the cell phone. The last thing we do, seeing the cell phone. So our life starts with cell phone, ends with cell phone, daily basis. If cell phone battery is low, the student becomes very low. He becomes so restless, sir, battery is low, but he is low. Battery only is low, but this person is going low. Sir, battery is low, battery is low. Suppose if cell phone has incurred a problem, he is getting frustrated with this life itself. வாழ்க்கையே waste, sir. Yeah, I lost my cell phone, I lost my life, sir. Addiction, distraction, nuisance, health issues, brain studies have clearly told that watching cell phone is very dangerous to your productivity. The problem with online education because of the coronavirus is the problem of retention, the problem of attention for the students community. Attention retention. Earlier and all, when we make the online videos, it will be running for 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Some videos will be 3 hours lecture and it will be there online. And many students will watch those 3 hours video and all. Now, my online team is telling, sir, don't speak more than 55 seconds. 5 seconds we wanted to put the logo and all. Maximum time which you have is only 60 seconds. Within 60 seconds, how much you can explain, you explain that much. Because nobody is going to see you beyond 8 seconds. The average watch time is only 8 seconds now. 8 seconds. So they are telling, sir, in 8 seconds, if you can say something, you say something. I'm ready to say something. 8 seconds now. Now you switch on the camera. They became very curious. In 8 seconds, sir is going to explain many things. I said, thank you. What more than that can be talked in 8 seconds? Hello, thank you, 8 seconds over. I said, cut, publish it. Sir, what? Nothing is there. Nothing is there. No. Then in 8 seconds, what I can tell? Sir, no, sir. The watch time in general, not only for students. In general, it is only 8 seconds. Now, students are finding it very difficult. Why, sir? 3 hours we should write main exam. We will write in 3 seconds. We cannot sit in three hours in one place. We can't sit. Students are finding it very difficult to sit 3 hours at a stretch and all. But 3 hours at a stretch, you should sit in the UPSC exam hall. Not only 3 hours, 3 hours, then 1 hour break, then 3 hours. 6 hours per day you should sit and write the exam. When I wrote main examination, in the first attempt, I was given a class of the LKG students. LKG desk, LKG students desk, LKG students table given to UPSC mains candidates in one of the schools. One candidate was so bulky that he told the supervisor, sir, look at me. How can I sit? He said, sir, nothing can be done. You sit. What he did, you know? He knew for sure that if he sits, the bench will be broken into pieces. So he did not hesitate. He sat on the floor and started writing. He sat on the floor and started writing. The examiner came, the supervisor came, sir, no, why you are sitting? Sir, see the bench. Then he saw this person. It is not easy. Sitting in a small chair for 3 hours, then followed by another 3 hours is not easy. But that is the demand of the exam. So exam in general demands to make you do something which is difficult only. Exam is not telling you to do something which is easy. Exam itself is to test how you can do difficult things. So always exam will be difficult, no doubt. But how you do the difficult things easily, there lies your intelligence, your smartness. Coming back to this, I said that you wanted a new because the problem of the old. But the new comes with new problems. So new will solve the old problems, but new will create new problems. What are those new problems? How these new problems can be solved? That becomes important. So solving the new problem therefore becomes important. To know the new problem, you should study the problem. To study the problem in the society, you should systematically study society. So to study society systematically, which society systematically should be studied? Modern society. There is a need for a new subject. So to study systematically new society, a new subject is needed. That new subject is called as sociology. If we wanted to know the disease present in our body, what we should do? We should scientifically study our body. We should go to a scientific laboratory, a medical laboratory, and we should do diagnosis of the whole body. Only then we find the disease. So like diagnosis of human body is done by the doctor to treat the disease of the patient. Diagnosis of the new society is done by doctors. Since they study the society, they diagnose the problems of society, they are called social doctors, and these social doctors are sociologists. So like a medical doctor who will diagnose the disease of the patient, a social doctor called sociologist will diagnose the disease of the society. So a systematic, careful study of society becomes the topmost priority, for which a new subject came. That new subject is called as sociology. Understood why sociology emerged? So this is the glimpse, this is the trailer of the first topic. But this first topic itself will go on for 2 classes. I've told in 5-10 minutes, but this itself will go for 2 classes separately. Go to the next. The next is how sociology is connected to other social sciences. There are many social sciences which came before sociology came. For example, philosophy. For example, economics. For example, history. For example, political science. For example, anthropology. For example, psychology. Many social sciences came before sociology. How sociology is connected to these social sciences? Last year, they asked a question on sociology and anthropology. This was asked in 2024. Sociology and political science was asked in 2023. 10 marker question. So sociology's relation with other subjects. Then the third topic is sociology's relation with common sense. What do you mean by common sense? Common means people, sense means knowledge, people's knowledge. For example, 3 times eating food is common sense. For example, I am taking classes now. Why you are not dancing in the class? Some of you can sing song. I am teaching. Some of you can suddenly start dancing. Why you are not doing those things? Because in this situation, this is how we have to act. That knowledge is given by society only. This is the place, this is how you should act. So it is common sense which is used by people. People are standing in the queue. If you stand in the middle, suddenly you interrupt the crowd and queue and start going into the middle, the first question raised by others standing in the queue is, do you have common sense? So common sense is taken for granted knowledge. Common sense is a knowledge which everybody has about a particular thing. Hindu marriage, South Indian marriage. Marriage involves what? The boy is tying thali around the neck of the girl. That is Hindu marriage in South India. So whether the girl is asking this question to parents, who should tie this thali, whether this boy or me, she is not asking this question. The boy is also not asking this question. Should I do that or she has to do to me? No. It is a taken for granted knowledge where the culture has told you that this is what you should do in this particular situation. So, in what way sociology uses common sense to study society? There are two groups of people. They are having a divided opinion. They have a dispute on whether to use common sense to study society or we should not use common sense to study society. Because common sense tells that if somebody is poor, he is poor because he is unemployed. He is unemployed because he has low intelligence. So the reason for poverty is lack of intelligence. Common sense will tell this. So the second unit is about who are you? What name should we give? Science, positivism, not a science, non-positivism. This is what is the second unit. Here what is important is positivism and non-positivism. Many times they are asking the question, what are the assumptions made by positivism? How these assumptions of positivism is criticized by non-positivism. So positivism versus non-positivism is the second unit. Okay. There is a topic called as objectivity. Objectivity means unbiased study. Can you study society without your personal bias? Science can guarantee objectivity because in science, say, I am Newton. I am who? Newton. Newton studied law of gravity, concluded that gravity is equal to 9.81 meter per second square. When he studies gravity, he can study without bias because gravity is not a human being. When a human being is studying a non-human being, he can study without bias. When a human being is studying another human being, when you study gravity, you can be unbiased. But when you study society, you cannot be as unbiased as you study gravity. Because who is studying? He is a human being. Who is studied? he is also a human being. There, who is studying is a human being. Who is being studied? Non-human being. So when a human being is studying a non-human, he can be unbiased. But a human being is studying another human being, we can't give guarantee of objectivity. What if I'm a vegetarian person? The topic given to me is to study the benefit of non-vegetarian food. I don't like non-vegetarian food. But if the topic is to study benefits of non-vegetarian food, I will not be biased. I will not be unbiased. I'll be biased only because I don't like it. So when positivism says objectivity is guaranteed, non-positivism says no. Sociology cannot be studied objectively. Society study cannot be objective. Society study is subjective. Objective means unbiased, subjective means biased. So that is why objective positivism, subjective non-positivism. Now first topic is what? First unit is what? Emergence of sociology. Second unit is what is the name we should give, whether we should give the name of science or not. Positivism versus non-positivism. Third topic, third unit is what methods we use in sociological research. When we do research in sociology, what methods we use? Methods means what procedures we use. So research methods. Qualitative methods means non-positivist methods. Quantitative methods means positivist methods. Qualitative method means non-positivism. Quantitative method means positivism. What are the different types of data collection? How would you collect data? You can conduct survey. You can collect data through questionnaires. You can collect data by studying biographies. You can collect data by sampling. So how would you collect the data? Then we have variables, hypotheses, reliability, validity. What do you mean by variable? Since most of you are science students, what do you mean by variables? Variable is something which can have many values. Height is a variable. It can take many values. Gender is a variable or not? Is gender a variable? Yes. For gender, you can write male, you can write female, you can write transgender. So variable means whose value can vary. Like number is this. When numbers can vary, gender also can vary. No. Weight is a variable. Height is a variable. Gender is a variable. Anything which can have more than one answer, it is variable. Sampling means what? You have 140 crore people in India. Can you study all the 140 crore people? No. So you select some 140 people and to generalize. You study 140 or you study 1,40,000 or you study 14 lakh or you study 1,40 crore or you study 14 crore. Which will be more representative? Which will be more correct? Tell me. Sampling. You go to the sweet shop. You go to the nearby Adayar Ananda Bhavan, A to B. There are many sweets available. You wanted to purchase 1 kilogram, but there are many varieties available. You ask for sample. He will give you in terms of microgram. Even taste bud will not realize the taste. That much he gives normally. But he knows no, because some people only to take sample they come, they don't buy. But sampling is what? He has kept 10 kilogram of a particular sweet, cashew sweet. You wanted to buy 1 kilogram. So he gives you a small piece. You taste it. Good. And you conclude that the same taste will be available in all the 10 kilograms he has kept there. Though he has given you a small piece, but through that small piece, you can conclude about the taste of the whole of the 10 kilogram sweet which is kept. Sampling is that. To get the taste of the 10 kilogram, you can't eat 10 kilogram. To get the sweet, to get the taste of that 10 kilogram, he will give you say 1 sweet. So 1 sweet resembles all the 10 kilogram of sweet kept there. Same way, 1 sample you take, it will represent the whole of the population. So why do you keep sampling? Because it is practically not possible to eat all the 10 kilogram by yourself, which is why you take a small sample. It is not practically possible for you to study all the 150 crores of Indians. So you study only say 1500 Indians. I told 1500 is best, or 15,000 is best, or 15 lakh is best, or 15 crore is best. Which is best? 15 crore is only best, no? Because that will be more correct. What if the 15,000 you have selected do not represent the 150 crore people at all? So when the sample size becomes smaller, the reliability becomes a problem. Now comes reliability. Reliability means what? Repeatability. Doing the same research again and again, you should get the same result. If you get different result, then your research is not valid or it is not reliable. So 2 terms are given in the syllabus. Reliability means repeatability. You repeat the same experiment again and again, you get the same result. If you get the same result after repetition, it is called as reliable. Validity means whether you measured in the research what you wanted to research, whether you measured what you wanted to measure or you measured something else. Whether you measured what you wanted to measure or you measured something else. If you measure what you intended to measure, you wanted to measure that thing, you measured that thing only, then you have high validity. Instead, you wanted to measure something, but you ended up measuring some other thing. You wanted to go to a particular restaurant to eat, say, a dosa. The restaurant is very famous for this Mysore masala dosa. You went there, instead of ordering Mysore masala dosa, you ordered, say, fried rice, ate and come. Validity is less or more? Less. What you wanted to measure, if you measure that, high validity, otherwise low validity. After repeatedly doing the research, if you get the same result, high reliability. So validity, reliability. Now we have seen the first unit is about the birth of sociology. Second unit is about the naming. Third unit is how do we conduct research in sociology. Again, we have seen what? Positivism and non-positivism only. Fourth unit is the heart and soul of sociology. The heart and the soul of sociology lies in fourth unit. So this is the crux of sociology. Sociological thinkers. If we complete the thinkers, sociology is over. Remaining units are only extensions of fourth unit. So this is what is the foundation of sociology. This is the real foundation of sociology, thinkers. There are 6 thinkers given in the syllabus: Karl Marx, Emile Durkheim, Max Weber, Talcott Parsons, Robert K. Merton, G.H. Mead. Each thinker will go on for 6 classes, 5 to 6 classes, sometimes even 8 classes. So this is the heart and the soul of sociology. A student who has understood the fourth unit have understood the whole of sociology. That is why we'll spend so much of time on fourth unit. 6 thinkers. The first thinker is Karl Marx. There are 4 topics given in the first thinker, Karl Marx: historical materialism, mode of production, alienation, class struggle. So Karl Marx, unit 4, thinkers. The first thinker is Karl Marx. Historical materialism. Modes of production. Class struggle. Alienation. This was asked in 2024. Previous year question. In this topic on historical materialism, materialism refers to economy. This refers to history. According to Karl Marx, this is society. And the basement of the society is economy. Above the basement only you have religion, polity, family, education, right? So this economy influences other parts of the society. Economy influences other parts of the society. So economy is everything. Money is everything. The one who has money has many. If he has money, he will have power. If he has money, he will have honor, status. If he has money, he has education. If he has money, then only he can have family. If he has money, he will be respected in the religious institutions. Red carpet welcome will be given to Mukesh Ambani when he goes to Tirupati temple. You will have to stand in the queue. You are a common man. Ambani will stand in the queue. Darshans for the public will be closed. It will be open for Mukesh Ambani. If you go to Tirupati, even 1 second you cannot stand in front of the Tirupati Balaji. But for Mukesh Ambani, the whole of the public darshan will be closed and he will have one-on-one conversation with Lord Balaji. One-on-one. Even priest will go. Direct one-on-one conversation. Why? Money. The entire Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam board members will stand in the queue. Give red carpet welcome to Mukesh Ambani. Sir, please. Lord Balaji is waiting for you. One ticket is 10,000. You know that? Tirupati? One ticket is 10,000 rupees. 10,000 ticket, 1,000 people have bought. 1,000 people are standing in 10,000. So there are many grades, 10,000, 1,000, 500. Free darshan, you have to wait for 1 week. Money means you come closer to God or not? Come very close to God because you have money. Don't use this example. I told no, warning. Some layman example like this, don't use in UPSC exam. To make the subject understandable, I am telling this. Don't write about the Mukesh Ambani. Lord Balaji will be waiting for Mukesh Ambani. Mukesh Ambani has to give time to Lord Balaji. Till then, Balaji will be waiting. From Marxian perspective, this is correct. Why? Why? Because once he came and the Devasanam board people were telling, sir, we are expecting some favor from you. What favor? Some donation, sir. What donation? For what? Sir, we wanted to make the roof gold plated. The Gopuram, we wanted to do the gold plating of the total Gopuram. Okay. How much ever possible, kindly give, sir, donation. How much it will cost? Sir, budget is 10 crores. Mukesh Ambani called his PA. Come. Where is the check leaf? Sir, how much? Sir, the whole cost is 10 crore. How much ever you can give? Why you ask to other persons? I'll give my own 10 crores. That time itself he has given 10 crore check. So Balaji will be waiting now. You go to Balaji asking money. Please give. He is giving money to Balaji. Who will wait for whom? The giver will wait for the taker or the taker will wait for the giver? The taker will wait for the giver, no? So Marxian perspective says, can Mukesh Ambani be arrested by police? Can he be fined for jumping the signal? You jump the signal, the policeman will fine you. You don't wear helmet and go, the policeman will fine you. You do a small offense, you'll go to jail. Will Ambani go to jail? Can Adani be arrested? They are above law. Law is for whom? Poor people. For rich people, they are above law. Police will show the power, government will show the power on whom? Only layman, common man. Government cannot do anything against the ultra capitalists like Adani Ambani. Because they'll take a decision. Sir, okay, sir, no problem, sir. I'll close down all my operations. I'll go take citizen in US. They are asking me to come become a citizen of America. I'll go there. I'll establish all my business empire there. Sir, please don't go. Why? You are contributing for Indian economy like anything. Your turnover is 5 lakh crore, 10 lakh crore per year. Without you, sir, money will not come for us. So, government will have to accept the demands of rich people. Because money is the foundation stone. A building is standing on the foundation stone. Likewise, the whole society is standing on money. So those who control money control religion. Those who control money control polity. Those who control money control values, family, everything. And this is what is historical materialism. History of society can be studied only through economy. The study of history is nothing but study of economy, because economy is the foundation for the society. Modes of production, how production is organized. There are different stages of society. There are 5 types of societies, and in these 5 types of society, how production is organized. Class struggle, simply rich versus poor, because if the rich is exploiting the poor, he will bear the exploitation up till a point of time beyond which he will not leave. So the poor will fight against the rich. Who is more, poor or rich? Numerically, poor will be more. So in this fight, the rich will be finished, the poor will prevail. Alienation. In society, a worker does everything. He does everything. He puts his hard work, produces a product. Say, with his hard work, he produced this marker. But this marker is not owned by the maker, who is the worker. The marker is owned by the owner of the factory which is producing this marker. The pen may be produced by the worker, but the pen is owned by the owner. The worker is only getting the salary, wages. The owner gets all the profit. So how bad the worker feels? I have done everything, but I have no control over what I have produced. My production, my product is not mine. So I feel very bad. I feel very low. That feeling of the worker, that I produce, but I don't own, that feeling is called alienation. So alienation simply tells about how rich people are exploiting the poor people. These 4 topics are Karl Marx. Have you understood? So in Juice Essence, Marx says, rich will exploit the poor and the poor will overthrow the rich because of the revolution. Next topic is thinker is Emile Durkheim. 4 topics: division of labor, social fact, suicide, religion and society. So Emile Durkheim, social fact, suicide, division of labor, religion. Fact means what? Truth. Social fact means truth is decided by society. What is true? Society says that becomes true. God, we have not seen, but society says God is existing, so God becomes truth. And whose creation is God? Society's creation. So how society decides the truth, the reality? He goes to the extent of telling even suicide is because of society. People commit suicide because of the social pressure. A student is failing in the NEET exam. Why the student in the +2 failing in NEET exam should commit suicide? Because social pressure. Therefore, according to Emile Durkheim, even suicide is because of the society. Division of labor. Work is divided into small modules. Economists would say that when you divide the work in small modules, it will increase the efficiency. But Emile Durkheim says division of labor is not for efficiency alone. Division of labor is for integration of society. For example, there are 6 core subjects in GS: polity, history, economy, geography, science and technology. 6th is general science, science and technology. 6th is environmental science. So what we do? If one person studies all these 6 subjects, can he become a master of all these 6 subjects? Cannot, no. So what we do? 6 people will come together. I will study polity, you study history, she studies geography, he environmental science, she studies science and technology, the other person economy. So since I should study only one subject, I will study the subject in the best possible manner. I'll make the best notes, reading best books. Because doing one subject is easy than doing all these 6 subjects. What we do? We all come together, we will share the notes. So we will have best of the best in all these 6 subjects. Now Durkheim says, why it will lead to integration, unity? I depend on you, you depend on me. I can't do everything on my own. I can only study polity. But for other subjects, I am dependent on you. Similarly, for polity, you are dependent on me. So this dependency is creating a unity. Therefore, division of labor is causing social solidarity. The term which he is using is solidarity for unity. Social solidarity. Social means society. Solidarity means unity. Unity in society comes because of division of labor. And here he says, in religion, society is God. We are worshipping God. But for us, God is society only. So worshipping society is what is religion. According to his theory, Lord Balaji is not Lord Balaji. Lord Balaji is society. So when we go to Tirupati to worship Lord Balaji, we are going to Tirupati to worship our own society. Directly, we cannot worship society. 142 crore people are there in India. Can you worship 142 crore people? So since directly you cannot worship the society, indirectly you are worshipping society, for which only you are creating God. So God is therefore society only. Religion is therefore worshipping our own society. This is what is the study of religion. Have you understood? Then go to the third thinker. Max Weber. Social action, ideal type, authority and bureaucracy, Protestant ethics and spirit of capitalism. 4 topics. Max Weber. Social action, ideal types, authority, bureaucracy, Protestant ethics, and spirit of capitalism. Social action. He says behavior is not action. He says behavior is not action. What is action? Meaningful behavior is action. Behavior becomes action when it is meaningful. I'll give you an example. I think you'll understand better. The difference between blinking and winking. Blinking. How many times you blinked in the class in the last 30 minutes? Do you have a count of that? No. So blinking is automatic. It is not chosen. Action is winking. Winking means what? Deliberately closing your eyes. Deliberate blinking. So you are winking, meaning you are giving some signal deliberately to somebody. So purposefully you are doing this. Heating water to 100 degrees Celsius, water will boil. This is what? Behavior or action? Behavior or action? Automatically when you heat, it will, when it reaches 100 degree, it is going to boil. Behavior, no. You are very hungry, food is given by your enemy. Will you eat or you will not eat? You are very hungry, food is given by your enemy, number one. Will you eat or you will not eat? You will eat. Everyone? நீங்க சாப்பிட மாட்டீங்க அப்படிதானே? So difference is there, no? She says I'll eat, she says I will not eat. I will starve. பட்னியா கிடந்தாலும் கிடப்பனோ தவிர நீ கொடுக்கிற சாப்பாடை சாப்பிட மாட்டேன். She is ready to starve. She says நான் பசி தாங்க மாட்டேன்ப்பா. So individual differences are there. I'm heating water to 100 degrees Celsius, water will boil. You heat the water to 100 degrees Celsius, water is thinking, see, I don't like this girl, I will not boil. Will the water chooses to boil, or default it boils when it reaches 100 degrees Celsius? Default is what is behavior. Choosing. What is the difference? One says I will eat, one says I will not eat. If food is given by enemy, I am starving. It is the mind of the two is that differ. The mind of the two differs. So mind is giving meaning. One mind says, if I don't eat, very, very difficult. The pain of hunger is intolerable. Mind says, after the eating food, you can take revenge against your enemy who is giving food. Another mind says, nothing doing, I will starve. So differences are there. It is a chosen. It is a chosen behavior. It is not automatic. You choose it. It's your choice. It's a deliberate action. Because who is in the picture? Mind is in the picture. When the role of mind is there, it is called action. When the role of mind is not there, it is called behavior. And human beings have mind or don't have mind? Mind. So study of social action should be done by sociologist. Understood what is social action? Then ideal type. It means no theory should be made in sociology. We should not make theory. Rather, we should make only ideal type. Ideal type means it studies only one or few dimensions of reality. Something is studied by you, you study only few or one aspect of that. For example, I wanted to study UPSC aspirants in Nagar. My topic of research is study of UPSC aspirants in Chennai. I don't study all the aspects of UPSC aspirants. I study some parameters, how many hours they study, are they going for coaching or not, are they staying in hostel or not, what is their educational background. That's all. But only these four dimensions are not there. There are many other dimensions which I have not selected. Like I have not asked you how many friends you have. I have not asked you about your family details. I have not asked you what hobby you have. I have not asked you whether you choose IAS or IPS. So there are n number of dimensions present. I can't study all the n number. I select only few. So selecting only few dimensions and studying that aspect is what is ideal type. You'll better understand when we go to the topic of ideal type. As of now, there is something you study. You select few aspects of that and study only that thing. Don't try to study everything, because everything cannot be practically studied. One day you eat at 8 o'clock in the night, another day you eat at 10 o'clock in the night, another day you starve, you don't eat fast. So I am not going to each and every detail of you. I select only few dimensions about you. I only study those dimensions, though there are many other dimensions which I have not selected at all. So selecting only few dimensions, rejecting other dimensions is what is ideal type. Authority and bureaucracy. Authority is different, power is different. IAS is called authority. Normally we say IAS is power. No, IAS is authority. Because power is different, authority is different. Power can be through force. A local don will have power. But authority means legitimate power. Legitimate means people accept that you have power. People justify your power. For example, a police officer is having a gun. Police officer is having a gun. A local don is having a gun. When the don is having a gun, you fear. When the police officer is having power, you feel safe and secured. Because you believe that the gun present in the police officer is to protect the people, where the gun present in the hands of the don is to kill the people. So you approve the gun in the hands of the police officer. You approve, you justify, you believe that he is not going to misuse. So that people's approval of power is called as legitimate. People approved your power. IPS holding gun, people feel happy. Many times when we invite our IPS students to give a pep talk to the students, many students will ask this question, sir, where is your gun? We wanted to see the gun. And most of the IPS officers, they laugh at the question and tell, don't think that this is cinema. Only in cinema, IPS officer always have a gun and he will encounter all people who is coming across. We don't have gun. Only when we are in a very sensitive place, we will take the gun. So, students, they feel that, sir, IPS means he should have gun, no? Appadana sir gettu. So people approve. So people's approval is legitimate. So legitimate power is called authority. He writes about bureaucracy. In modern society, bureaucracy is the authority. The modern authority is bureaucracy. In modern society, authority is bureaucracy. Then he studies Protestant ethics and spirit of capitalism. Protestant ethics and spirit of capitalism. So this religion called Protestantism helped in the growth of capitalism. How religion influences economy. Karl Marx, how economy influences religion. This is Karl Marx. For Weber, religion influences economy. So Weber is criticizing Karl Marx. When Karl Marx says those who have money has many, Weber is not agreeing this. You may be rich, but you don't have power. If the rich is having power, why Vijay Mallya should run away from this country fearing arrest by police? So just because you are rich, you can't enter the sanctum sanctorium of the temple. The one who has right to enter the sanctum sanctorium is the priest of the temple. So Karl Marx says something totally different. If you have money, you have many. Weber says, if you have money, you have that thing only. Default, you will not have power. Default, you will not have status. Sometimes you may have, sometimes you may not have. Weber's sociology, therefore, comes as a criticism to Marxian sociology. Okay. Talcott Parsons. Two topics: social system, pattern variables. So Parsons says for Parsons, society is like this. Parts are there: polity, economy, family, religion, education, all are connected to each other. So in his concept of social system, he says how society has many parts and each part is connected to the other part. So society has many parts. Each part is connected to the other part in a particular way. For example, like human body. Kidney is connected to brain in a particular way, brain is connected to heart in a particular way, heart is connected to liver in a particular way, liver is connected to lungs in a particular way, lung is connected to kidney in a particular way. There is a particular way in which parts are connected. One part will do one job, the other part will do another job. If each part is doing its job properly, then it is good for the whole of the body. The work of heart is to circulate the blood, pump the blood, circulate the blood. The work of the kidney is to filter the blood. The work of liver is what? What is the work of liver? Some work it is doing, I think, which is why it is existing. Otherwise, it will not exist. No. What is the function of lung? Respiration. What is the function of brain? Trust that it is having some function. Kandipa, it is having some function. Some students say, sir, adana sir prachana, it is not working, sir. For me, that is not functioning. No, it will function. Thinking. So heart can heart think? Brain told heart, I am going for an important marriage. I am out of the station. You do my job. Can't do, no. So every part is allocated a particular job. Only that part can do that particular job. No other part will do the job of this particular part. So every part is connected to every other part. Every part is dependent on every other part. So the society has parts. These parts are interconnected, interdependent. Society has parts which are interconnected and interdependent. Each part is having a particular role to play. So, considering society like a whole thing, having parts, each part is connected to the other part, each part is having a particular role to play. That understanding of society in this way is called as systemic approach. In his theory of pattern variable, he tells how cultural change produces social change. How cultural change produces social change. So, social system approaches treating society as a whole made up of parts which are interconnected and interdependent. This is only an approach called systemic approach. And in his pattern variable theory, he says how cultural change causes social change. Then the fifth thinker is R.K. Merton. Latent and manifest function, conformity in deviance, reference group, 3 topics. Manifest and latent function, conformity and deviance, reference group. This is intended function. This is unintended function. Take for example, sociology class. the reason for why you came to sociology class. You know that it is intended. You wanted to learn sociology for UPSC exam. So you are aware of why you came to this class. That is manifest. You are not even aware, but you got that thing also in the class. For example, in the 4 5 months of the class, you all become friends of each other. To become friend, you are not coming to this class, but in the process you became friend, unintended. So intended function is, you know, unintended function, you did not come for that, but you got that also. Latent function is conformity and deviance. He says simply, a criminal is not born, he is made by the society. When the child is born, the child did not come because it wanted to become sandalwood smuggler. When it was born like a normal child. But it became a gangster. It became a smuggler. It became a criminal because of the society. So how society creates criminals, that is what is told by Merton in this topic. A reference group means what? You are IAS aspirants. You follow the real IAS officers. So you are comparing yourself with IAS officers. Today I am coming by bus. In future I will come in the car like an IAS officer. Today I have no power. In future I will have power like IAS. So a group is always used as a reference by you. Based on that reference group only, you change yourself. IAS officer should dress properly. IAS officer should speak properly. IAS officer should respect others properly. IAS officer should not be lazy. He should be very active. IAS officer should not be a latecomer. He should be punctual. So we try to change ourselves based on the group called IAS. This is called as IAS, or this is called as a reference group. So we modify ourselves using others as yardstick. The others we are using is called reference group. The last thinker is Mead. Self and identity. Self, according to Mead, is socially created. Self is not born, self is created by the society. Now, self means what? The answer to the question, who am I, is self. Na yaar, who am I? If you are asked this question, who are you? You give your name. Whether name is yourself, is your name an identity? Because the same name will be for many. So name is not you. You say, I am the daughter of my parents. That is not you, because your siblings also will say the same thing. No, I come from this particular place. That is not you, because many people are coming from that particular place. Now, who are you? G.H. Mead says, who are you is taught by society. So there are two parts of you. One part is me part, one part is I part. Me part is socially created, I part is unsocialized part. So I part means a creative part of you. It will not respect to the society. It decides of its own. Me part is a social part. There is one thinkers series which I have done. We have published in our channel. I will forward that link to your Telegram channel in which you have been added. Sociology Weekend Batch is the Telegram channel. You are added to that channel. You will get all communication through that Telegram channel. I will send the links of the thinker series. Just 10 minutes each thinker I have narrated. In 10 minutes, you can learn one thinker in the shortest possible extent. So try to watch the thinkers video. After which, when you read the thinkers, it will be so understandable, so easy. We all have two parts within us. One, we will listen to others. Another, we will not listen to anyone. Both are there within us. The part of us which listens to others is called me part. The part of us which does not listen to others is called as I part. See, because of family only, we are coming to this UPSC. So me part tells you to become IAS officer. But after you join as IAS officer, your family is telling you, become corrupt. Will you become corrupt? No. Parents are putting pressure on you to become corrupt. You say no. So that part of you which does not listen to what others are telling, you decide of your own, that part is called I. So within us, there are two things present. One respects what others are telling, the other unmindful of what others are telling. The one which is respecting others, me. The one which is not having anything to do with others, I. Both I and me are within us. And that is called self. So 6 thinkers, so important. 60% of the question to 70% of the question in the whole of paper 1 can be easily answered using these 6 thinkers, which is why I tell you, you read one single unit, you can write 60% of paper 1, and that is this 4th unit. Hence only we normally say unit 4, that is thinkers, is the heart and soul of sociology. The remaining portions we'll do in the next classes.